Welcome back and now tune into the other side of sports. I'm your host, Laws in the building. It's me, it's Aaron in the building rocking out. You already know we got a lot of stuff on tap today. Um, I just because there's so much stuff I want to get into today, I had postponed the question of the day because I gotta talk to the people, dog. We gotta talk to the people. Specifically about this next gentleman I'm about to bring a photo up because when this Babadoon don't show up, Aaron, when he look like a cold scrub, I don't hear nothing. Bamas don't hit me. It just dog, you can hear a pin drop.
It must be prime
Dog,
time. It must be prime time.
bro, when this Bama show his true colors, Bamas don't respond to my text message. I be in the group chats. I be like, hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Not a peep, nothing. When this Bama come on the scene, good old Kirk Cousins. For those you don't know, Monday night they had two games last night, both mud holes, though. The Bills might be the best. Them Bamas might go
They on their way
18
to a
more.
chip.
Facts. They not playing with nobody out here. They on a different level. We gonna get to them because they gonna get I would say a test this week. I don't even know if it's a real test, but we gonna get into that later. But nonetheless, Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings played the Philadelphia Eagles, and Kirk Cousins had 167 yards or something like that, 3 INTs.
It should have been 7 because
It
they
should have been
dropped 4
7.
of them.
No, the Bama, what's his name? Alone
Slay dropped 2 of them.
Slay dropped 3. He dropped 3. So it was a long night, and that's the thing. Like Kirk Cousins, dog. I tell people all the time. People are like, yo, why you hate this man so much, yo? You always hate on him. Y'all would have wished y'all had Kirk Cousins. Y'all should have kept him. He would have did this and did that and did this and did that. Dog, you know what his overall winning percentage record is?
It can't be over 500. So
It's not. It's not. The Bama's right at about 500. So he 50-50. He the difference between a flip of a coin, a heads or tails. That's that Bama's career. You do that 100 times, whatever it fall on, that's his career. 50-50. You go to Vegas, which we're gonna be in next week. You go to Vegas, you hit the roulette table, dog. You play red or black. What's your odds?
50-50.
That's Kirk Cousins' percentage winning career. I don't care what team. The Bama left the Washington football team, went to the Vikings, who had a ready-made roster to go to the chip. He couldn't bust a grape.
So
Then
it
I
wasn't
hear,
bad.
it was the defense, and the defense, dog, it's a team game, and this, and that. Dog, whenever this Bama win, they be like, Kirk Cousins, dog, y'all wish y'all had him. But when they lose, it's the kicker, he ain't show up. The coach, they ain't even want to Dog, I'm telling y'all for the 100 millionth time, he not going to the playoffs. Oh, now he got a coach that's going to help him. He going to be, dog, he's an above average quarterback who's a stat padding loser. I don't know how else to say it. He's not a bad quarterback, but he's a loser. Let's just keep it all the way 100. I'm tired of this trying to, he didn't have, but all these excuses, dog.
He went to a loaded roster that was a fluke play away from a Super Bowl. And he shut that window on them. You keep trying to build around a mediocre quarterback, this is the result. He's never going to have a better roster than he inherited when he first went to Minnesota. His year
Case
one.
Keenum went farther than he did. This Bama went to one playoff game since he been with Minnesota. How many playoff games the Washington Commanders went to? One. These Bamas got the same output, and he's supposed to be all world, and we missed out, and dog, we playing quarterback shuffle. Does it really matter? Does it matter? If the Bama y'all saying we should have kept is 500 all across the board. Does it matter?
What it comes down to, if they want us to let this go, they got to apologize and say, you know what, y'all was right, we was wrong. That's all they got to do, and we'll never bring them up again. But as long as they keep trying to dig in and try to make excuses as to why they weren't wrong, dog.
No, and they keep holding on to hope. Shout out my man Tunji. I know that's his team, so he gonna analyze the team. You know, just like
that's a little different though. That's a little different.
When it's your squad, you're gonna be, micro analyzing all the different factors and stuff like that.
Hoping and wishing on a star. That's
exactly.
Different.
I get it. So I don't really treat to my man Tunji. Shout out Tunji. The same way when it comes to this stuff. But anybody else, you don't have no stake in the game. You think I hate the man so much, dog? I do not like the man. You know why? Because I don't like losers. And now the next question is, why do you root for the Washington Commanders then? Because there's some losers. They are some losers. They are some losers, dog. But I'm married to them, dog. I'm married. So it's just one of them situations, dog. All you gotta do is just hit us up, say OSS, y'all was right. Shout out my man Will. He was the one who came out. He said, hey, Laws, I was wrong. Hey, that's a big man right there. That's how marriages and relationships stay together, dog. When you can just come out and say, you know what? I was wrong. I was wrong. I keep telling
it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world.
It's not. And guess what? Kirk Cousins is going to come back next few weeks. He going to be stat pad. Dog, see? That's why the Bama. And he going to do everything to make everybody believe that he won't flip on tails again. He going to flip on heads 3 times, and then Bama's going to be like, oh, he vicious, dog. You know what? Then he going to flip on tails when you need him to play right. And then it's just not going to happen, dog. I'm telling you. Plus, all this, he got a new coach in this. Do you know how difficult it is for coaches to win week out and week in, to have your team prepared to play football games at the highest level and to strike and be ready for the physical contact that is required? Dog, a lot of these coaches ain't even built for it. So y'all can keep hoping, wishing, and praying that Kirk Cousins is going to be this guy that y'all can throw him back in my face like, dog, see, I told you he was great. I told you.
Never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
Put him on the Bills right now. He's not going to the chip. Put him on the Chiefs right now. He's not going to the chip. He had his chance and he blew it because he's a loser.
He's a loser, dog. And it's no knock to his ability and what he can do. But, dog, his heart pumped Kool-Aid, dog. He not built for it. He don't have winning pedigree nowhere in his spirit, dog. It just doesn't exist.
None of the things that can allow a mediocre quarterback to play above his ability. He doesn't have any of those qualities, any of those intangibles. Nobody's following Kirk Cousins. So y'all can continue to build around him. You can go get his quarterback coach from 6-7 years ago and try everything you want to do, but you're going to end up 500 and missing the playoffs.
Adam Thielen, Kirk. Dog, you got a white receiver, Kirk, on you? You terrible, dog. It's something wrong.
You saw Jefferson Kirkin last night.
You know he Kirkin. But, dog.
Because he was getting locked up, too. Let's talk about that. That best receiver in the Diggs with the win.
But see, this is the thing though with these young receivers, right? And trust me, Stephon went through his growing pains when he first came in the league, and he went up against certain matchups, and it's like, oh dang, like it's a different ball game when a team is preparing for you and they in the room with the chalkboard. And they say, how do we take him out of the game? And they had a plan for it. They had Darius Slay, who's a great man cover corner, and they said, we're going to shadow him all over the field. We're going to put a guy that's going to help on top.
And the coaches allowed it instead of being ignorant and forcing square pegs in the round holes.
We're going to get to that.
That's not the system we run.
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
William Jackson III.
We're going to get to that. But that's the type of situations that lend to success. When you have a coach and I don't even know if Sirianni's all that great of a coach, though. But what I'm saying is he didn't start out good. But when you allow your players to play and you give them freedom, you starting to see it with Jalen Hurts too. Freedom to make plays with his feet, and he looks comfortable on that football field. And they looked comfortable all last night playing against Kirk Cousins. Didn't have no answers. And I'm telling you, what's going to happen? I can see the future, dog, with no crystal ball. Justin Jefferson is going to get frustrated just like Stephon Diggs did with Kirk Cousins because you're going to see the limitations, though. Anytime your alpha male on a team is somebody other than your quarterback and it's not your coach, you're going to have problems. It's as sure as a youngin' wanting to be outside when she heavy on IG showing her body off. It's just that simple. When the quarterback of your football team is not an alpha and lacks leadership skills, and you having to rely on a wide receiver or somebody here and there, dog, it's just going to be a fail. It's going to end up in a fail. The only caveat that could kind of hold it together is if your head coach, is a good leader and he can kind of hold things together. But you typically, for successful teams, you need the coach and the quarterback to both be alpha male leaders that people can kind of rally behind, though. That's the best makeup for a football team to be successful. If you have other guys, that's just the more the merrier. It just helps. But your quarterback heart is applesauce, you can forget about it. You can forget about it. And unfortunately, that's just Kirk Cousins, though. That's just Kirk Cousins. Dog, on to the stuff here. It's starting to be a news story. They talking about firing Del Rio. It's finally starting to get some pub earned.
3 years.
It's long overdue.
Like every other story that
we break first. This isn't working. It's not going to work. Get it over with. No. Let's give it some time. Let's be patient. Let's see. They'll figure it out. No, this is the same drill every 3 years.
Dog, we've been said it. The writing was on the wall, dog.
No
Jamin Davis posted a video. What movie is that from? You know what movie that's from?
I don't even watch that type of stuff.
It's a movie. I think it's from the Black Klansman or something like that. But basically, it's like a picture of Klansmen at a rally, and I guess the head Klansman is talking to the other Klansmen and stuff like that. And Jamin Davis supposedly, I mean, this is all, what do you call it? Hearsay and accusation and hypotheticals.
I saw it with my own eyes. He definitely posted it.
Okay, he posted it, but still, what do you think? What do you think was the sentiment behind it? What was he trying to say with the post?
Unfortunately, I think he was directing that to the fans and not the coaching staff. I think the media has taken it to him, pointing it to the coaches, particularly because the two big bad boomers want to bully him and throw him under the bus because they can't figure out their team situation. So we've already gotten to week 2, and you've had Ron Rivera, the head coach, and Jack Del Rio, the defensive coordinator, use him as a scapegoat for why their plan isn't working. He doesn't play safety. He doesn't play corner. He doesn't pass rush. He doesn't block. But for some reason, they feel comfortable throwing this guy that they overdrafted when we told them they shouldn't have taken him at that pick. You can't divorce the two. You have to take ownership of him and where he is in his development. But they seem to try to divorce themselves from the performance he's having on the field, and they're throwing him under the bus. I'm glad he's fighting back. If it's what the media is trying to spin it as him taking a shot at Del Rio and Ron.
No, the offense, 450 bait, they had no. I mean, Bams was running butt naked, wide open on down the field,
falling down, getting up.
No, falling down, getting up, still not a soul in sight, though. There's no swarming. They're not swarming the football. They're not actively pursuing the football. When
is it a distraction? Did anything happen in the offseason that could have caused somebody to lose? You don't hear any distraction talk, do you? If this would have been, but they got rid of Sam Mills, right? He was the problem on the defensive line, right?
Dog, the culture in the Washington Commanders building has not changed, dog.
It's gotten worse, if you ask me. Because they had players now. Like, we went through a long period of time where they didn't have enough talent on the field to be productive. They got 7 first-round picks on that defense front seven. They're loaded on offense. And you see when they got a real quarterback, even though they struggled in the beginning, they can put points on the board the way the NFL does. Big plays.
Yeah.
It doesn't take 9-minute drives to get a score every time. They can score points.
Mhm.
Scott Turner all of a sudden looks competent.
He does.
He has players. You know what I mean? He still has these dud moments.
He does. He
still struggles.
But I seen improvement.
Yes.
The Bama done took leaps and bounds, dog.
He
He
looks
started
confident.
out. It looks
But
confident.
they've had defensive players forever since they've been here. They've been drafting Alabama D linemen since Jay Gruden was here.
Mhm.
Jack Del Rio's had talent the whole time. They went out and handpicked a cornerback. They got rid of was Landon Collins on the field last week?
No.
I didn't hear anybody screaming Landon Collins. It's not his fault anymore. Whose fault is it? They handpicked their linebackers.
They didn't. Hold on, but even with that, they did not address the need that everybody in the world saw was there. We went into the draft.
They know
like,
better.
They
know more than us, though.
Corners.
They know more than us, though. They wanted to run it back with the same coaching staff, same players. Well, less players. So this is what you get. This is what you get. And this is what they deserve.
So on record, this is on the coaches, not the players.
No, it's on everybody. But what pisses me off is the coaches are trying to divorce themselves from the performance. You don't get to do that. You're all in this together, right? You're supposed to be leaders. But that tells me neither one of them are alphas because they don't have the balls to take the losses. They got to blame it on a 22-year-old kid for your entire defense being inept.
For Bama's running butt naked wide open, for Amon-Ra St. Brown looking like
not being able to get any pressure. That O-line that he brought all his Carolina guys over.
No, but again,
getting mutilated in the first half.
Square peg in a round hole.
Ron is too old for this. Ron, like, the time has passed him. He wasn't great in Carolina. They had MVP Cam and tried to give him all the credit. That's not how this works. And I think that is, I've always said it, this is Dan's biggest ineptitude, is he doesn't know who to choose who to delegate to. He falls in love with these dinosaurs and he brings in these people with these old world ways. And that's his failure. Not all of the other stuff. All of the other owners do.
You fall in love with Barney, dog.
Yeah. Go get Byron Leftwich, get out the way, and let this man and Adrian Wilson do what they got to do, dog. Get these dinosaurs out of here. Yeah. Those ways are gone. It doesn't work anymore. Ron never has any answers.
I like Leftwich if we got Leftwich.
They need a young guy who's in touch with reality and in touch with 2022.
Dog, but you know this city will, dog.
It'll work. That's the problem.
It'll
work. If they give him the same latitude that they give these boomer losers, give him 3.5 years to like see the direction, see if the culture changes, see if the players respect him, see if they can evaluate the positions that they played in the league. Ron and Del Rio play linebacker in the league. They can't spot a decent linebacker to save their life. That's a fireable offense right there in and of itself.
Fireable offense. No,
you charge everything, but you don't know the linebacker position.
That's what I'm saying.
Ron gets no credit for what happens on offense. None. Del Rio gets no credit for what happens on offense. None.
No. So with that said, do you see a situation? Because you know how we do retro where he becomes the head coach of the team.
Now, if they fire Ron during the season, I can see that, but not a long-term solution. I already know if they.
You know how I go, Aaron.
I know who the next coach is going to be. No. It's going to be Byron Leftwich. I have no question in my mind. If they fire Ron this year, Byron Leftwich is getting the job. 100% certain.
Does Byron Leftwich want this jump?
He probably doesn't, and that's the unfortunate part. But the thing is, though, black coaches don't get great jobs anyway.
You're right.
He got weapons on offense. The offense is loaded. That receiving core is top 3 in the league.
Let me ask this question. Do you wait until the off season and extend Carson Wentz?
Yes. You have to wait because you made the same mistake with Alex Smith.
What do you extend them for?
Whatever the performance is.
He's in the driver's
He
seat
on
because he's
he
a free
on
agent.
track right now. This
This
Bama
man about to
track.
have like 42 touchdowns. He gonna have probably 24
Right,
interceptions,
no,
He on track.
He on track.
5,000 passing yards.
That's what I'm saying.
But you also have to look at the win-loss.
Yeah.
Like if he has 40,
But you know when it comes down to individuals trying to get that bread, dog, win-loss don't mean Jack Diddley.
I think for the quarterback position is different though, because this is his third team in 3 years. He's dealt with the lack of leadership issues. I think he has to get them 1-2 games over 500 to be able to establish himself as a perennial starter.
But if that's the case, then you end up bringing these Bamas back again.
You don't
want that.
What do you mean bringing who back?
The coaches.
I don't think they get a couple games over 500 if they keep Del Rio and Ron. I think if Ron fires Del Rio, that could rally the team a little bit. You'll see some changes defensively, very specific. You see a lot more blitzes and kind of playing to what you have versus where you think people should be performing and just being stubborn. So, I mean, I think they can hover with 500, but that loss to the Lions was really, really bad. And I think, when you look at what happened with the Cowboys, you kind of added a couple wins to the season. Like, hey, they could be a little better. But then when you lose to the Lions and then you play in the Eagles and the schedule gets really rough, I just don't see a way Del Rio sticks around to the end of the season unless Ron is fine with being fired at the end of the year.
Well, because if he keeps Del Rio,
they both gone.
They both gone. So somebody got to take an L. Del Rio on the fast track out of here, dog.
And Ron has shown he throws people under the bus.
You already know he do
when stuff isn't working. He's trying to be loyal to Del Rio, but it's not working. It's not working.
He got it, and all this does is increase the pressure on him, which is going to make things worse. Because right now, the way the team playing, dog, they look like they don't have a clue.
And we can't say the team, the defense, like the offense is
offense look confident.
They struggled in the first half, and you're going to have struggles.
Yeah, and they turned it around.
But the struggles were based on that O-line could not protect. That rookie, they had that rookie Bama looking like Reggie White. He had 3 sacks in like the first half. Like they were terrorizing the O-line. So you can't put that on the receivers. You can't put that necessarily all on Carson. You can't put that on the tight end. Like that goes on Scott Turner because he's not running correct plays when you see you got a bunch of hot reads you need to get to instead of being stubborn, trying to stay in your offense. Like there are things you can do to get people out of this pressure, running more screens. It's different things he could have done earlier, but he did make the adjustments.
He did.
And did fix it in the second half. So like you can't put the offense as part of the team being terrible the way it is.
Because it's really the defense solo.
It's the defense. Because if the defense played a half, we had Jared Goff throw 4 touchdowns, dog, with no interceptions.
4 touchdowns. Jared Goff,
bum. Who they traded for? He went to the Super Bowl and then got traded away.
Dog,
that tells you what they think of him as a player.
Dog. Yeah, he's
a marginal, like he should be in the NFL, but he doesn't throw 4 touchdowns against you with no picks.
That's a fact.
They've had 1 turnover in 2 games. This defense isn't good enough to have the luxury to not turn the ball over and give up these big plays like this and think you're going to be able to win games. The schedule, this was they tried to hand wrap 2 wins to the Washington football team, dog. The schedulers tried to hand wrap these Bama's 2-0.
And the thing is, they had an opportunity. Here come Ron Rivera at the end of the game with the bad, terrible clock management. The 2-point conversion was no good. The clock management at the end, when they had six minutes and some change left, and then these Bama's drove all the way down the field and didn't score until after the 2-minute warning.
He's terrible with the clock. It's just
you got 4 minutes to score essentially before the 2-minute warning, and you don't score until after the 2-minute warning. That's terrible.
He's not a good head coach, though.
I wouldn't even do that on Madden, Ern.
He's not a good head coach. He's living off of the Cam Newton being MVP. If you remove that year from his resume, under 500, underwhelming. He's not a good head coach.
Let me ask this question. Do you think the team – so this next game versus the Philadelphia Eagles is important.
It's a must win.
Do you think the team lays an egg to try to like exacerbate it and get him up out of here? Because I think another.
They're sorry. They don't have to lay an egg. That's
No,
like saying,
no.
was a sorry Bama going to be sorry? Like, you going to be extra sorry?
That's like, is Denny Aldi going to get you
Right.
more than 215?
Is he going to throw the game? He don't have to try to throw the game. Like, you got, like, these are young guys. They want to be good in the league. They want to get checks. They want to get paid. These guys want to perform.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the coaches are stubborn and aren't putting guys in the right position. They're trying to justify drafting the guy first overall. If he's so sorry and you want to throw him under the bus to the media, then bench him. Don't put him on the field. Because we called y'all out on that when y'all wouldn't put him on the field his rookie year. We said we told y'all he was sorry. Why they hiding him? No. You know, every time we say something, Bama's want to go against it until they hear some white Bama say something. Then all of a sudden it's fact.
No, that's what
we called him out year one, dog. Why you hiding this dude? Why you hiding him, bro? And now you see why they were hiding him, because he can't play where they want him to play the way they want him to play.
Yeah, they can't. He can't do what they want him to do.
And they overdrafted him.
Dog, their evaluations, though, definitely overdrafted.
And there's no way to connect this to Dan, and it's pissing people off because they want to be able to just throw it on Dan every time something goes wrong. This goes right to y'all guy. This goes right to y'all guy, Ron Rivera.
Ronnie Connie.
He in charge of everything over there. I don't want to hear it.
Dog.
Byron Leftwich, 2023. And I'm back.
All right, let's get to our games. Last week, let's see here. Let me pull up the games so people can see. It's still tight. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has broken away yet. We still tight. This is last week, week 2. So we had everybody chose the Chargers except for Aaron. You came out on top with that one. Chargers hung in there, but it was a game, dog. It was a game. What was the final score? Hold on, let me make sure I got that jump right. Oh yeah, it was 3. Chargers lost by 3. Chargers. Chiefs. Oh yeah, it was 3 points. So you covered the spread. Dolphins shocked the world, dog. Is Tua like that, Ern?
He been like that. He been like that.
Dog, let me show you something. I saw this. I was like, it looked different. Hold on.
Waddle's route short as a big third down here. 3rd and 13 and to the end zone. Gesicki, touchdown! What a catch! Woo, 14. Tagovailoa. Here they come with Washington. There he goes. Owe chasing. Touchdown, Craycraft. 3rd and 10. Tua going deep. Oh, he's got Hill! He's got Hill! That is sick! Tagovailoa, blocked by Armstead. Going, he's got him! He's got him! Tyreek Hill! And the Dolphins! Tagovailoa, blocked by Armstead. 2 into the end zone. Caught for the touchdown!
6 touchdowns, Aaron.
So part of that is... Go ahead.
I'm saying they got it bad, but the internet is crazy. They turned the man hand made him a right-handed quarterback. The jump looked like it's coming out with extra zip, dog. I don't know if they spread the camera up or what they did. He real.
The Bama, since he came in as a freshman, he's been able to play. I don't know where all of this, I get the injury, but people haven't really been kind of directing that to the injury. It's just basically saying like he's a bum. I know some of that has been, his previous coaching staff, the way they treated him, Brian Flores in that camp. And some of it's just been a lot of Alabama hate, I think. That being said, every time he's had a chance to be on the field that you've seen him, the Bama was cooking. So I don't understand why people are confused or thinking he was should be a bum in the league. It just, I don't know. I never really understood it.
No, he cooked the Ravens, though.
That was mostly their secondary, though. He's not a 6 touchdown every week type of thing.
He not. No.
Bama's was running around lost in their secondary.
Yeah, they look just as bad as we did.
Yeah, they fired it. They got rid of Wayne Martindale and started with a new D coordinator. What they had going was working. So it's just, you make these kind of decisions, and then the immediate, and then you look at the Giants defense, they 2-0, and they hired Wayne Martindale. So it's just, some of this stuff is curious. Some of it's politics, some of it's ego and personality. So you just got to see.
You can't have. And Lamar was cooking, dog. Lamar was cooking.
He couldn't have played any better.
He couldn't play any better. It's like, hold on, bro. Like, what am I supposed to do? Bama just looked sad on the sideline. But like,
unfortunately, he's in a contract situation, and they're going to use every loss against him, whether or not it's his fault or not. Hopefully, again, he just stays healthy. He's able to play the way he's been playing the first 2 weeks and make it out at the end of the season. And if that happens, that boy gonna cash out.
Yeah, he gonna cash out. He on the way. He on the way. All right. Then we had Commanders. They lost to the Lions. We talked about them all. Browns. They lost to the Jets. Jets. I don't know how you let Flacco beat you, dog. This Bama can't even move. So that's a done deal. Colts at Jags. Jags. Matt Ryan. He might be done, dog. He ain't scored no touchdowns.
3 interceptions.
Yeah,
looking like Kirk Cousins out there. His big brother.
That's his big brother. Then you had the Saints and the Bucks. That jump got a little wild at the end. Mike Evans was trying to wreck Bama's. I mean,
him and Lattimore can't stand each other. They always getting into it.
Yeah. So he got suspended for the altercation. So that jump wild. Panthers at Giants. Giants got the W. You had Patriots at Steelers. Patriots showed up. I mean, even the pass Mac Jones had to Nelson Aguilar, to me, that jump was so fluke, dog. He just jumped over top of the cornerback and just mossed him. But I was like, how? Because he was right there. Falcons at Rams. Dog, Kyle Pitts not getting the football at all. I don't understand what the problem is. You drafted this man in the first round over Chase. What's the Bama name from Cincinnati?
Chase. Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase, dog. You drafted him over him. Why is he not getting the football? Coach out there talking about, we trying to get, we use him as a decoy and such, Hodge, he, get some of those catches. Dog, you didn't draft Hodge in the first round above Chase. So I just don't, what are you doing? Of course, I got him on fantasy, dog. This jump blowing my life. Seahawks at 49ers. 49ers won the game, but Trey Lance goes down with a broken ankle. How unfortunate, dog. How unfortunate. Now they back. I mean, that insurance policy looking real good now. I guess that's what you have insurance. That's what they always tell you. Like, you don't want insurance until you need insurance.
Right.
Yeah, dog. So the Garoppolo, they ain't not gonna miss a beat, really. For real. They gonna be the same team they was. Then you had Bengals at Cowboys. Cowboys had a shocker. Did you see them coming out and winning that, Joe? I did.
Cowboys, no. You thought the Bengals would play better, but that O-line, they gonna have Joe Burrow out the league soon. Because the Bama already like 25-26.
Yeah, he already missed the season with the ACL. So that O-line look real shaky. Texans.
And he also holds the ball too long. Like
that too.
A lot of times he could get rid of the ball, and other quarterbacks would be chastised about getting rid of the ball. But that Bama holds onto the ball way too long as well.
Yeah, he think he's still in college, dog. You just gotta get rid of it, or you gonna have your spleen busted, like what's his name?
Chris.
Yeah. I was talking about Herbert. Herbert messed up. His red finish. We won't get to that. Cardinals at Raiders. Cardinals come back. I don't even know how these Bama's came back, but they did. They ended up winning. Raiders took that L. That's 2 weeks in a row. Raiders 0-2. They better figure it out. Bears at Packers. Packers won the game. Bears just I mean, they don't have enough though. They don't have enough. They don't have enough. Titans at Bills. Bills is, like we said, best team in football. These Bama's is unreal. I thought Titans would give them a little bit of like I thought they would at least keep it like at 15. Nah, Bob. Bills not playing. Stephon Diggs saying I'm the best receiver in the league. They're not playing. Vikings at Eagles. We already talked about the mud hole. Okay, this week. All right, Aaron. Redemption. Last week, hold on, let me give you the totals. So I'm at 17, D's at 12, you at 14, Jeremy's at 14, and Marcus is at 15. So it's still tight. This last week I got 9, D got 8, you got 7, and then 4, and then 8. So this week we got the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh is underdogs at home +5.
Give me the Steelers.
I'm going with Pittsburgh. Aaron is going with Pittsburgh. Okay. And we'll get D, Jeremy, and Marcus is offline. Then we got Miami at Buffalo.
Give me Buffalo.
Okay.
I'm picking the Browns until
right
they
there
show
with
me
you.
otherwise.
Yeah, until they lay an egg. Yeah, them Bama's are real. Patriots at Baltimore.
Baltimore is underdogs? Oh, yeah. Give me the Ravens.
All right.
6.5? Sheesh.
Then you got Washington at Philly, 6.5. It's not even it's a no-brainer for me. They about to put up 35 on us.
But y'all gonna put up 31 too. Give me Washington to cover.
3 weeks in a row you chose Washington, dog.
Let me do my thing. To Del Rio out of here.
Colts. Excuse me. Colts at Kansas City. Kansas
Lock.
City's favorite -6.5.
Kansas City.
Extra time after the bye. Yeah, no brainer. Panthers at New Orleans. New Orleans a favorite -3.
Give me New Orleans.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers. No, I'm gonna go with New Orleans though. All right. Titans at Las Vegas Raiders.
Give me the Raiders.
I'm gonna go with the Titans. Okay. Oh, what's up with Derrick Henry, dog?
Got
This
20
Bama
niggas in the box.
Yeah, he just can't get I guess he's due a breakout game at some point. Vikings and Kirk Cousins at the Detroit Lions. Detroit's underdogs at home +6.
Give me the points.
I'll go with the Vikings.
Sticking with my guys.
Nah, I'm gonna go with the Lions, dog. Cousins, though.
It's a 1 o'clock game. It's 1 o'clock.
Oh yeah, it's 1 o'clock though. Damn. Yeah, it's the Vikings. Though. I'm gonna stick with it. It's just hard for me to pick Kirk Cousins, though. Bears at Houston. Houston's underdogs at home 2.5.
Give me Houston.
Jets at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's favorite 4.5.
Cincy got to win this one big. Cincy.
Bucks at Packers. Packers are underdogs at home, 2.5.
Give me the Packers. The Bucks, I think, aren't going to be nearly as good as people think they're going to be. This is more of a name recognition. And they started off 2-0. I just think they're going to struggle this year.
Chargers at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's underdogs at home +7. Probably no Justin Herbert, which means you're getting Andy Dalton at the quarterback position. I'm going with Jacksonville.
I got Jacksonville too.
Okay.
Gino.
Seattle at the Falcons.
Gino.
I think the Falcons get their first win of the year. All right. Broncos at San Fran. San Fran's favorite -1.5.
The Broncos might have the worst coach in the league right now. I'm trying to, they have enough talent to be able to do better, but their coach is horrible.
They're horrible. No direction. Man, Nathaniel Hackett's bad though.
Smart money say it takes San Fran, but something tell me the Broncos going to do better this week. Give me the Broncos.
All right. And then Monday night, D not on here to rep his mob at 2-0. Giants
favorite?
at the Cowboys. The Giants are favored -2.5. Of course, no Dak again. So you're getting Cooper Rush.
Which is better for the passing game.
That Cowboys defense is real. It's real. Micah Parsons might be the best defensive player in the league.
Agreed.
I'm
going
as much as I want to pick the Giants, though.
They at home too.
I'm gonna pick the Giants. I'm gonna pick the Giants.
We gotta have some real separation.
Yeah, it is. Either for the better or worse. Yeah. Those are our games. Oh. Follow us at OSS 980 at other side of sports. Get tongue tied. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on IG. Again, not next Tuesday, but next week, the OSS crew travels out to Vegas. Gonna go to a game. We're gonna give you pick some winners and some losers. What we want to do out there, Joe? Ern?
Make some money.
Woo! About to be out there, Joe, begging for change. You know, everywhere you go with this casinos, young, it's the weirdos, Bamas who life is just in the dumpster, dog. Casinos just attract
the dredges of society.
The dredges, dog. The dredges. So
when you don't have answers, you got to rely on stuff like a lottery, or you know what I mean? Like when you don't have the answers to your life, when you can't figure out how this gonna get solved.
No, but that's the thing. But that's the thing. That don't solve it either. That don't actually increases the likelihood you go further into the ground.
But the hope. Oh, 90% of the population is living off hope. The current lifestyle is unsustainable. But hope, that glimmer of hope.
Follow us, OSS 980. Shout out to everybody who rock with us heavy. It's your boy Laws signing out. We out.